Mahama has no reason to complain and has no reason not to perform. The Yankopon ayama Ghana for no. Eyade bia ebema yehu said NDC amanyo kono sitie. Omosi omo pe presidency omo nsaka. Omosi omo pe parliament full command omo nsaka. Sese emet se nanado na mamu a yede levy ba na ye twiyen. Yede free SHS policy ba parliament na NDC for twiyen. Yede betting tax ba na NDC for twiyen. Ene de Yankopon nya adom ma NDC for omo nsaka power wo man no mu nyina ade papa bi on pese omo nyama Ghana for no betumi aye adwe money bia ewo mutim so no betumi aye at the end of 4 years and ye behu what they were able to bring into the lives of Ghanaians. We any nsem na Yewura Felix appear political zone me ankasa madam fo washe that trust na washe she niema no dey ba yenko ni nkonkotie. Listen to the words of wisdom. Listen to the intellectual debate about politics. Now, TSM we are 2028. It has no option for you to determine who to come and lead you. Abusia, yanko Felix appear. We are near to us.
John Dramani Mahama, you are not going to use this. And because I don't know Ghana for any trim, so that's all back. No one perform now. You will give him an excuse. John Dramani Mahama, you have no excuse. You have the only person in Ghana, apart from Rollins and Nkrumah, who have been made supreme leaders. That controls everything. So John Dramani Mahama, don't come and use your lazy man's approach to start putting things into people's minds. Say Ghana sign because all the indicators that shows say it's all pointing positive. Now this time we are not going to buy you a stupid excuse that will make you just go and impregnate girls and bring them to that place. It's not going to work. It is you who said this election is about the economy, stupid. So now the economic indicators are looking positive. We don't want you to come and tell us anything. Before you took the realms of power, before you stood, you knew say this thing was about the economy, stupid. So John Dramani Mahama Excellency, make sure on your first day in office, your first job is the economy, stupid. Nyame ya dum na ya de ya papa Mahama sie konya so boom. First thing we want to know, the first day in office, the betting tax must go, the e-levy must go, and all the taxes are Sami Jemfiye ya nimsa box iron. Ebeka Chair said they are draconian taxes, they have to take all of it away. And if they don't, and I'm going to say there be social media na ye wono ebi no adwene no a twist the chain NDC for there no. And ne se wo port Mahama ba SSL port no ye eniama close to free because ono kwa no nim deal on Vincent Balori eko sign here na Ghana for ye say ye di ebufuo eya ade and it is going to cost us tre me pacho sa we ye ne MPSD no ahe Vincent Balori port there no. Has anybody had a chance to see him? You know he went for 7 billion. You know, out of the 7 billion, the country Ghana only got 3.5 billion. Me catch on say, we a wicked Ghana. No more be chairman. No more be because this will clearly come and confirm what some of us are saying. On the airport to call for 35 years. 7 billion no so say a buying account to me a year juma no so. The whole Ghana go to a accountant general and check. Go to auditor general and check. Say, Saturday port sale. No, what did we get? And then do you know these days how they brand it? They said build. What's it then? Build, operate, and recover. Which means say, the man say company no owns the airport no now fantetenica. Into company no AC port no tema port no now all the atetenica for 35 years. What's Kevin Taylor said? Bomber me na mintie. Bomber me na mintie.
John Mahama overnight on to man of 5 cities, Ember 1 city. It will never happen. John Mahama overnight on to him fuel 15 liters, 15 Ghana cedis a letter to air 2. It will never happen.
Such a stupid buffoon. Such a non-entity. Mr. Kevin Taylor, on your biao, a very foolish, silly guy. And when your political party be a general form, and a DB or their dada for 8 years, always lying to them, and on my buying to it. So, ejabewie. Honorable meba Ghana me kuku kunina ma very poto no kre area no so but enye because so ofa BBC wani so for almost 4 years na upushia na wenya the outcome a ohwehwe na ya ye nipa ide you be disappointed, you feel a way about it. Now so dia de wo a make say ne say ensemu pia ye kekaye and some pia yanmu bi ba online ebe kekaye sebe Ghana foni bi dwene say na yen yebotom yen yaban ana yen krofo a ebe didi nti na ne ye ka no and the Ghana for a start ho den ho aduaba aden na make sa hwe say ya to abawie na yenya kura mfa dia SSOD president elect no yemfa ninsi so emanen so na yetuminya obi obi radio station say na ban na abenti yenyi journalist bi man na yemo no I hope you are getting it. Yenya form nsi so ba yetumi wura office ekoka say yenya ban na wo so ntuma amoye adwuma office woni na mumpie. And these were the things we want Ghanaians about. And this is a typical example of the Israelites. Ebra niame mu ye den ne nyame bo omodin yi omu free baby na emu koye den kakra no no mu wi afi kura se no mu wonko asumo. They forgot said they were slaves. The Israelites forgot said they were once slaves in Egypt. Once they got a little freedom at ye wi ma e free inte niame mu koye den kakra no ye ne apa ba ye ntumi onyankopon de yaba se yebewu yebe yedien onyame kra ben nie ye kekan sempi ename nu mienu ni na ye hu bi ye beto aba na ye ka kire mu say Ghana has 2 options and now 2 choices to make. One, if we want Ghana to progress, say Ghana enko ne mpempe so epese dru ana say yenya no the regular na we ni bi na we sumedi bi na ya hye Valentin buta kata ne ye de ko. Some of you taggers say because say you do MPP intino say be the aye can be any true. But and I have a good news for the people that didn't vote. So we share their air coso and ne media so NDC for and yes we winning you Ghana for winning abatono no. They are the winners. Anyame adomo 7th January ye the NDC be den ebesi so there were NDC for win Mokran said now they are a supreme government. They have both parliamentary, executive, which in effect would come to the judiciary. You understand? So they have been given everything that they deserve or that they want. And sadly, when you look at the voting pattern and you look at the people that went to vote, I'm sorry, Mofancheme, I can say majority of them were the 255 boys and the Tramadol boys. And that is why we're winning. That's why baby omonenam. Nenam sheshe niama. Sheshe nkrofo hospitals near she, EC office near she, post office near she, police station near she. And yes, we winning you, we're winning. We're winning krano. Or Chira will say he is not fit to rule this country. That political party NDC is not fit to rule this country because ya june ye ba kope or time any dia ye bedie enti ye na ye nina ye hu all of it going on. Collins but a police station na omo hye no but sa police station na fa kire me hu ye se wo koto aba na ulu so a na opulu protest za na tie me call ye no me gidi say me wini and ya je free me nsem enti me kwa akoko na ma fight for what is rightfully mine. What I say, but say o wini na wo na wo be di ade na wo kro na wo say twa wo ho say aban institutions na ho na ode be ye adwuma no wo be si wa bubu ho ni na wi ansa na wa ba government is that a normal party? Aye nya asafo party no me se hwe aba we matu na mo betwa so aba pepepepepepepepepepe utie aba no mato ye de nyame ase so say ya to awie nanso mo betwa ho aba pepepepe because minti bi da say ye tumirika ma wini ye de nkunumdi abotre ne bebo me say one mo de nkunumdi abotre ne bebo me no mabubu obia na mu metwitwa obia na mu ansa na ye de nkunumdi abotre na abome. It shows you the mentality of this political party we have brought into power. And we talked about it. It didn't work. Minia, bo video no na wamo a ehwe wo Facebook. And once again, I Koda Radio, I Bugamuga show, host Felix Apia, and I'm here kunyanum no. Share page no na my page no enko do baby. Share. O share the ekosu ya. Just look at that. Ya to aba. Where we need. The power is yours. Uni obi e ponchim and say Mahama ne NDC 4% Ghana fo ni na da omo wotumi omo de be sa enso omo so mbe hye ne ama. This is the thing we find ourselves in. Now me omo amayire mo ho and go away me say me enya me ya o me ka kire mu plane enya me ya ne enya me ya chena because a way kura na be kire Ghana for what we are supposed to do. Say Muslim nkoto aba ama matra mo fo akwakoyi president amaya enkwase asem bia wonu bebe bia mo betenem mutie ye no mu bi na emfa ye ho de bia meka me baba akokura ne wo Ghana kromu ha na de ebeye me ya ne se akola bi na otia wahem kwanta na watumi atwa na nso yo hia ni nti Jena no poko agema ka kire ne se Opoku Warren Wesley girls there is reserved for the elite, for the rich. They say you guys will pay. That's how we Ghanaians are gonna pay. Because first, say Oba kwa prempe, Oba kuko these big schools are. And say we obi a Papa Oscar, Papa connection. And I say we ni obi. Ekufu Adona ye say wa be say Ghana ne ba and say ufiri kwa Bibrem 11. So we free Japan, so we free Bandai, so we free Sukura, so we free Nima. So long as a ubecha na we chane die, wo so ko prempe ni bia eyeye. Adwene nya adwumenti. Why we nim sa abuwe bia nim te ho. E na dokona buwa men to aba, Enti say no, de aba bedu ne say sankwase aba na ye ni na yakoto. Na yama MPP akotena form na yesi NDC mra no yebeye ko matenem na musio nka obi ade we am very serious about this ene ombenya sene asase ne de aba me so nyame ya adom na ye de ye papa Mahama sie konwa so bim. First thing we want to know, the first day in office, the betting tax must go, the e-levy must go, and all the taxes are Sami Jemfiye ye nimsa box iron. Ebeka Chair said they are draconian taxes. They have to take all of it away. And if they don't, and I'm going to say there be social media na ye wono ebinu adwene no a twist the chain NDC for there no. Every tax unim Ghana for you wicked people. In 2015, when John Mahama and his people, this was even 2014, they introduced 27 tax in one budget. 2014 budget. Introduce tax anywhere afeni yadeba 27. 27. And no na kaya yo tax ne omo friends say catalyst tax ne sa de ni na bae. Ya bae ye be yi mu 17 and a free o. The same Mahama during that time, as someone catch a Ghana for and say wanje taxia, a better than webumayeno. Say the money doesn't come from anybody, so the only thing John Dramani Mahama can do is to collect taxes. So when Mahama was collecting taxes, it was very good. When Akufo-Addo came to collect tax, hey, draconian taxes. So day one, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, this is something you promised. Most of the Tramadol boys who are burning factories and burning people's properties, they came to follow you, voted for you because you have promised them, say, Obama betting tax nefrio, so that tax has to go the first day you sit in office. 2, 11 when you so 4 years, Edia bastardize yano, ese muchasa 11 mu. All the other draconian taxes are NDC for say ye dia gumusono yesramo eseso mu yini na free ho na mo de NDC for akwasiampafo ni bi amaba page no so no ejimifo ni bi amaba no mo de mo manyanya ne tse fe se mu na mo power o. In a way mu na mo power. You understand? Because you have been given almost everything for you to succeed. So you have no excuse. You have no excuse to say you are going to fail. All the taxes, all the draconian taxes, we expect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because he can do it. Like I said, he's a supreme leader. He has parliament, and so he has what? Samobekaya, when they were fighting for majority, almost said they are the majority. No, one of the things they said was that they want the majority so they can cut the betting tax. And he levy. Samobekaya, the Emma Babin, Edin Sim Hunua, Obanko Parliament Buno. They said, so many majority now, they are going to remove all these taxes. Now, cry the money majority keku, Mukra supreme government. So we are expecting NDC's John Dramani Mahama first day in office. Otsena Jubilee room ho. Otsena office wa. O make sure so fan the pen at the first thing or the back parliament and they say reverse this. Now makasa no moma memfa we so entoa so. Enkrofo bi nenam. Keka kire Ghana for say Akufo-Addo etwa betting tax ni E11 me patcho anya no kore. Akufo-Addo oni tumi odi betwa betting tax ni. Akufo-Addo oni tumi a obde betting tax beba. Akufo-Addo oni tumi a obetwa E11. Akufo-Addo oni tumi odi say be E11 beba. De obetumi aka ne say me pese me gi E11. Na ye de akoma hwan, ye de akoma parliament. Na parliament aye ho adwuma. Se parliament jutumu a ene ebetua E11 no. It's the same way. We expect John Mahama to table these things to the parliament so that they can do it once and for all. Now boys may track bet no and so when you're then and tomo because almost 10% now yet no and no bufuo and the koto aba edit government. Inti se wa ba dia ya papa Mahama sa betting tax no ye den yi those betting tax no free up. Ebio ya say ya COVID levy na COVID ni omo ba ombetwa COVID levy no ombetwam ya besremo se eno so no Mr. Mahama, sorry, Excellency Mahama is supposed to table that for Parliament and let it be worked on. Now, I was so surprised when I saw John Dramani Mahama talk about things are gonna get tough. Did I hear that? Or say things are gonna get tough. Now, maybe okay, I'll say the journey is not going to be easy. Because the outgoing government has plunged our nation into an abyss. Now, the truth of it, and they say, one will say he had a meeting with the IMF, we're in the country, we're in the director now. And the country director has warned him, say, there is nothing about our indicators that shows that it is a weak economy. So don't start getting yourself excuses. It needs to work. Utie. Because now you can say offer all the indicators on buying be Ghana's economy is moving at the right direction. And now you can say they campaigned on the dollar, meboa, and the dollar ne dying 14, meboa. Good. They campaigned on fuel, and the fuel dying. All the things they campaigned on right now, they are all being turned positive. So John Dramani Mahama should not come and take us for fools to say, or because any not their pay excuse, and the Ghana, and the young Kwasia Sikabio, and a question Pafone Kudi, and Maso. John Dramani Mahama, you are not going to use this And I because I don't know they are Ghana for any trim, so that's all. No one perform Ukraina. You will give him an excuse. John Dramani Mahama, you have no excuse. You have the only person in Ghana, apart from Rollins and Nkrumah, who have been made supreme leaders. That controls everything. So John Dramani Mahama, don't come and use your lazy man's approach to start putting things into people's minds. Say Ghana sign cause all the indicators that shows say on mine it's all pointing positive. Now this time we are not going to buy you a stupid excuse that will make you just go and impregnate girls and bring them to that place. It's not going to work. It is you who said this election is about the economy, stupid. So now the economic indicators are looking positive. We don't want you to come and tell us anything. Before you took the realms of power, before you stood, you knew say this thing was about the economy, stupid. So John Dramani Mahama Excellency, make sure on your first day in office, your first job is the economy, stupid. I didn't say it. Your foolishness led you to say that. Because Abba ube die Sika ube riamasa wakwasi yampafu onintino. You stood there and said, this is about the economy. Stupid. So John Dramani Mahama, Excellency, before you pick this job, before you be sworn in, you know this is about the economy. Stupid. We are not going to give you chance. So, okay? May cat assembly Chenkophobia. Yeah, to about 2016 we. Yes, so Akufo-Addo in 7th. Mebwa. Obi ankosha adiwe. On the 9th of January, they led them. And then the NDC communicators, they went to sit online and said, "Oh man, why 2 days after Nanado was sworn in, their message they say, "Oh man, why?" And you know what? Ghana Francasa, we deserve Mahama. I swear. With the type of Ghanaians we have, we deserve Mahama. Because still, yes, where we in 7th. On the 9th, Onkuafo Wabontin say Ombaina say. Now the would free say, government no buy, he has not even passed his budget. Doesn't the budget get passed in April, May? That is why when it's getting to the end of every election a year, you pass a new budget that would go for what? The 1st January to the time when Ombe passes the next budget. And that is how the principle is. First quarter, because the first quarter has to be approved in the 4th quarter of the year, no, right? It's not NDC for you if you could say, and you want to template and Akufo-Addo use until May of 2017, when he was able to read his first budget in Parliament. Into yes, yeah, baby. Utie, ya crowd is saying it to no crano, accommodate and dada. Utie, and we expect John Dramani Mahama to perform. And more Ghana 40 bonko so for na bibia mu de Jimmy and politics. Mama me ka say minchiramo. Someone hwe ye. Like I said in Kumasi, we will continue to raise lazy politicians who wouldn't work. Utie, Oba onya adwuma. Hold on. Oba onya adwuma because he's going to buy excuses. Mr. Bansa, how do you tell me, say, you campaign solely on the economy? And you told us, say, they are buying way in the economy to buy economy day. Ye nya grandfa we see akonya no so. What start is at this one person which now to do some indicators in natural say it is looking what? Positive. So why is Mahama crying now? He's not even the president. This will show Ghanaians how weak-minded that man is. And this time we be soon. Now, for me, it is a good thing because this election actually showed 3 things that I noticed. If you are a party in power, and please, this is serious, and you don't pay attention to the things that need to be paid attention to, you pay wickedly for it. So we a party over power. Now, at DNS, a son culture, be to say that grassroots, base. When to me and Kasa DNA Buma, you will suffer a humiliating defeat like the MPP have suffered, which I'm included. Yahweh Poto. The next thing it shows Ghanaians and then say, what's it pupua will be the Amrani and set. And set here in answer to me, Yapeda, Uti pupua, Minia will be the. Maybe I can't tell same coin. Uti pupua will be the. Now we are seeing the man who said he was going to liberate us from this economic hardship, telling us that don't expect anything extraordinary from me. Hey, what can I tell a video? No, oh yeah, boa papa, bomami. No charge me cramming to me, share jacka krengu. Na me nim so ya boa sa.
John Mahama overnight on Twitter docu 5 cities number 1 city. It will never happen.
Kevin Taylor said we shouldn't expect Mahama to bring Kenke from 5 CD to 1 CD. But when they were doing the campaign, they said when Mahama come, Kenke will be sold at 1 CD. As a matter of fact, me, baby, I'm a co-supervisor. There was a woman that was telling us, some stupid thing that she was using. Sadia no bread in crana, ye better. And Osha woman, ya be an nedibialitia. Utu say, dear old dear crana, and that is why the poor people's children will forever be stupid. I'm sorry. That is the truth. Once you can even wage me that. Rollins and Banwas about wage me that. Kufu man wants about wage me that. Mahama man wants about wage me that. Nancy, I said, Sharafa Bason also, or the new rap politics. Yeah, kwasi ampa for the man ye di ya ma me mo e twa bidantiom hwe homa me die na ye nyanya nsasem bia amfantetie no ya na ye sorry a ye kodi nkwasi asem achi because on ka kire me say Mahama ebe fa dokro na 20 pesos obi upon check it 2012 2013 when Mahama was coming Kenke was 20 pesos after 4 years ago 2 CD 50 pesos and ameboa was Mahama able to bring it down? Was he even able to keep it at 20 pesos? No, it went up. Then after 8 years, Onipa that's a need to make a and say, Mahama wa no 2016, 8 years ago no, na a 2 CD 50 pesos. Until after 8 years no, I say 2 CD. Machira sa deal ways I say, Obia enya politics na oye. Now we a genuine analysis. Ghana ye ni ani bebra ye DNA season now. Ya wabra ebroba ya wabra bancheba ya wabra brode ba meboa enu titama brode wo ho no brode aduane be efo ebra beans beba no beans aduane be efo ebrochiri sa na tie hardly would you hear say ebrochiri somebody is complaining about the prices of food because they know it is not just dependent on the government in power. Now mo Ghana cross so there ya wo mu say the artificial inflation is too much. Me say baby I na we ya better baby me ya we ya koto we salmon eating no Western Junction no so on said there's another kenke bi so to aso adenti na baby a ya to ye de no ye bo kenke 7 CD 5 CD na the other woman there oda so bo 3 CD 4 CD why is the same kenke ana meboa inti ada no obi there obo ne there 5 CD 7 CD. Now the same lane, and yes, a fast, a no ton 3 CD 4 CD. I didn't hear. Why? Because openon kuani diem. The autumn docono, open and fast war. Yes, ya teaching pen moja do I the the moja service is soon a framano, and I'm a boy. And to only be sure from Eddie Buninian ever told docono the day, a comb. None of you have free of a quack or yamabru. Into a bro runs to the casa petro cost from a boy. Into a brona and cowbendam to 2 city, also the bed you 4 city. What the Okonia the Joe 4 city, the old boy of Fusan Yama boy heading. Over Trawa, the board docono, the old born 7 city. That is what is killing us in Ghana. But again, like I said, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has no excuse not to perform. Utie, he has no excuse not to perform. Mumbisa ne say all call your GDP about 56 billion. And then we are talking about over 1 trillion. So how can you tell me say ebra na wo de near 56 billion no e your papa che and then na GDP na to grow to over 1 trillion no into enemo na say we should give you honeymoon. He's a lazy politician. And it is Ghanaians who made Mahama lazy. Ghanaians made Mahama lazy. Yes, in some year. Even though say amembo de on one number no yemfa no sa. Utie. We have come at a point where I personally, and this one my MPP people might not be happy with me, but it is the truth. I want Mahama to succeed. You know why? Because if he doesn't succeed, he wouldn't feel the pain. If Mahama doesn't succeed, he wouldn't feel a pinch. But akolebina otibo gosuna no onye free education kono. Na education bebono. But Mahama will still be eating. Ya besa secret to Yanaka as a statesman. So he wouldn't feel the pain. But who are odi abufuo nti one koto aba. Na o ma tramo of okoyi Mahama ma ono. Wo na abebre. Because me say mesadi we menti ase da na obi antumi nkyere me muda. You cannot tell me say me you win power, but I will cause mayhem. You're not ready to govern. When you're ready, say Juma no beye. So when we need an asanka, a kufuadu ye Chinese and a memu no yes 1 penny, and I beka so quiet then oh kokun. By the idea man, Yasiama Parliament, Yamama de say de mema winina. What is your excuse not to succeed? Mahama has no excuse not to succeed. He has to succeed. Utie. Betting tax no so be twem na so twem. E-levy no so twem. COVID levy so twem. All the taxes as Sami Jemfika said they are draconian taxes no so mu twani ni nem na Ghana for den enye yi. Ene se wo port Mahama ba se port no ye yi eniama close to free. Because ono kwa no nim deal on Vincent Balori e ko sign here. Na Ghana for ye just say ye the ebufuo eya ade and it is going to cost us. Che me pacho sa we ye ne MPSD no ahe Vincent Balori port there no. Has anybody had a chance to see him? You know he went for 7 billion. You know out of the 7 billion the country Ghana only got 3.5 billion. Me catch us mo wicked Ghana no mo be bre chairman o mo be bre na me dey. Because this will clearly come and confirm what some of us are saying. All the airport to call for 35 years. 7 billion no so say a buying account to me a year juma no so. The whole Ghana go to a accountant general and check. Go to auditor general and check say Saturday port sale no what did we get? And then do you know these days how they brand it? They said build what's it then? Build, operate, and recover. Which means say, the man say company no owns the airport no now fantetenica. Into company no AC port no tema port no now all the atetenica for 35 years. In that same contract, the another Kufuan signing at Tamil San signing no Ghana was supposed to get 30%. What was signed in 2014 by John Dramani Mahama was reduced to 15%. Kufuado Gofredame, every no yet deputy attorney general. And Utumiko fight yeah, we got the 15% back as they say Ghana, you not 30% from the port. One they call John Mahama. 7 billion no he Ghana in 3.5. But Ghana ni say Dokuno boy dinti dia Mahama yo say yo and you na mfa ne ho. Say dia Mahama ye ne bo man say en bo man en form ho. Enti ene ye nyina ye betinam. Utie ye nyina ye betinam. Na Ose Kevin Taylor said Bomma me na mintie.
John Mahama overnight owed me man okru 5 cities ember 1 city. It will never happen.
Because
John Mahama overnight owed me Matthew 15 liters 15 Ghana cedis a liter to a 2. It will never happen.
Siga will say alomatiga.
John Mahama overnight owed me man okru 5 cities ember 1 city. It will never happen. John Mahama overnight on to him and free 15 liters 15 Ghana cedis a liter to air 2. It will never happen.
Such a stupid buffoon. Such a non-entity. Mr. Kevin Taylor, on your biao, a very foolish, silly guy. And when your political party be a yadrin and war form. And they be or their dad for 8 years. Always lying to them. And on my buying to it. It is the same Kevin Taylor now catch there say. John Dramani Mahama Excellency Bar. Adriana Bobeya Fono. Say no betra catch say Mahama to me what does that tell you? He's already buying an excuse for his boss. So that even when the man fails, they will say, so when I see a kazi won't to me, yes, sir. But oh Babejia Benrian, who said about the economy? Stupid. You better to Dokunoso. You better to Bayiraso. You better to Yashawoso. You better to Sanyo Meni now. So my boy said to me, I have 3 guests, 4 guests in a day. And then the same Kevin Taylor. Ocha Turoma Nito with him for so many years. We are the control about Funwe, you know. We bet you catch us. Mahama cannot reduce the price of Kenke. No, he's not. John Mahama himself said he's not a magician to create jobs or to put money into people's pocket. And that is why some of us, we kept telling Ghanaians to say, man, convert the price of food and found Kotuaba because you will vote and regret it. Okay, almost say, and I could find the sobano, Sano can say, Dokunobo, and to say, could find the buy a becker, and say, I want to say, yes, do we still follow the old ways of doing things? No. Like I said, we are raising lazy politicians, and that is going to go against this country called Ghana. Now, my major issue, I decided to do this program and I say, Yatu Abewi, Onyamen Chade, Yenuanum NDC for Ewini, Ghana for say, Yen try Omubiu, maybe at this time, no, Omubi, Papa, and I'm a boy. Now, the power is in your hands, and the power will be handed to you in a few days to come. And I'm a boy. So one passer you came for Ghana. Why do you want to destroy before you build? They have started a resetting agenda. Back to the Rawlings days, where soldiers will just come and grab your things and go away with it. It's the same thing they are doing, looting. Yeah, they are looting. They are looting stores. They are burning EC offices and all of that. Chaos. Me mame, esi abrosain. Abrosain who papers ni na RAZ Media. Bacho we uti. One more mudia grass ne say. Ese so mu gugu grass no so kakra ansa no ma handi key na mayen. Yes, you kobu budan lu verse ni windows ni na because ni ya wini. Na say who glass ni na ya wi na ya di papers na ama no afei na wo ko pesika foforo e dia ko fix windows na Ghana for my boni o my boni papa and posterity it's not going to forgive us for this. When you said this the 2 times and Uncle Pond this idea we attest here. Okay, President Kufo. Kasi Kufo be boy adwuma do baby ana Ghana pija. And ye be na we disca and o ma wi away and corruption Now unim Jesus Christ. Ghanaians are not smart people. Boss, for you to say I'm a thief, you must have caught me some way, one way or the other, or prosecuted me. The fact that I say Mahama is a thief doesn't make Mahama a thief. What will make Mahama a thief is, are there cases that points that this man is indeed a thief? Obi to be shower bontain, he doesn't even know who you are. Or so mame. Mewa, udi watem. Your mother, mewa. No, onimu. Now, your mother is, excuse me to say, ebia omami, make you say ebia na omami a banker. But only pan say omami ebia or a jantre ni. Does that make your mother an ashawo? No. The only way that a shower tag can tag or can be associated with you is if indeed your mom has been caught with that act. So let's go to Rollins time. Kwame Pepra went to jail. Victor, how are your friends saying? Salome. He even died in jail. Mebwa. Yeah, oh, we were jail. Oh, yes, he died in jail. These are records. Okay? Oh, he died. Oh, we walk around with the neighbor. See, no, maybe see a bon thing. Okay? Oh, they are not on China. There are other than Abu Dhabi. All those people went to jail. And these were Jerry John Rawlings appointees. Tatu Tikata went to jail. NDC people went to jail. Now they said Kufuor is corrupt. Mebwa. They also arranged Kufuor's people. Dr. They sent all of them to the court. Not a single one was guilty. So they have to let them go. Then John Dramani Mahama comes to power. Ben Thompson. A friend is saying David Exhibi. Abu Gapeli. And all these people went to jail for causing financial loss to the state. The recent one is said in Temaklu. Chrono person went also on penny check because check there we can trace it. And the effect is getting Nengu Ghana must go mumano. Oni pana wono abo chrono a court aka so abo chrono no onu mo party so omo nya kronfo. MP before na mo di omo ko gina court na so man tumi amfa ba akokra ntum no omo mo na ya kronfo and Ghanaians buy into this nonsense. Mr. Bansa, this is why my heart bleeds. And that is why sometimes I get angry. Because I'm trying to understand the thought process of Ghanaians. Usi obi ye kronfo. Udi ni jina court to kra went me afanantu. Obi sa we ye kronfo, o call your second day na no bibia kire sa ampa we are there no omudi wutu. Wo se wa wakoda jail for krono no, wumbo wo nye kronfo. Na they are under jail no mo eye kronfo. And Ghanaians buy into this stupidity. Well, we bought into it. And we have voted for them. What is more important, they now have parliament. Inti sikebia yabeji ewo Ghana ha. Mo sure no man fa MP before mefra. Because this time yes yan crofo 84 we say 83 we say then yani omo kokasa. Di amoko tena wakoya na yeye. Utie. Yeye nko. We want to buy 80 billion. Yeah, mo face kanonko. Nobody should go there to that. We can't even obstruct nothing. They have 2/3. Isn't that wonderful? Why is Mahama complaining? You have 2/3 of parliament and you are still complaining? This man is a lazy man. And he got the presidency on a silver platter. He had the channel. And for this second time, he will show Ghanaians the reason why he is not fit to be in office. Somebody might be a nice man. It doesn't necessarily mean they are good leaders. But just what I say. He's a good guy, nice guy, handsome guy. But does that amount to good leadership? No. And this is what we are going to be left with. As for me, I am happy that they have what we call supreme government. So they have no excuse to complain. How many minutes do I have? Okay. So in wrapping up, let me reiterate the things that we are expecting in the first 100 days of John Dramani Mahama. The first 1 week in office, we want to see the e-levy off. We want to see emission tax off. Okaya, NDC for share that suma nkrofo kunkurase. Eko ka kire koko for say, "Udo wefuo na wo be share. Ade so be di paper." Ewa Accra, na ebe susu wefuo ne kakraka. Na ewusie no o ma charge no wetua san na wa hye wefuo. Jesus, how can a country believe this thing? This doesn't even make sense. Like, why do we do this? Collins, why are we so cheap? Like no be obisaba senti no sabio se obi di atrochre wa. Iti wan kasa so maame e wo wonu nu for de ma ho no. Antre unyansa se de akoi kan ye tro. Na ekuafo agye di. The man ni ko she ye 2014 no. Abeka kire wo se enne wo kodo ko. Ebia mi dua buru kakra. Efuo na amehye no yesi aban beje me tax. We expect John Dramani Mahama to do away with the emission tax, the COVID tax, the e-levy, and the betting tax, and all other draconian taxes, as Sami Jenfi likes to put it. They should take it away. And then we are welcoming for my soccer players in the Premier League. John Mahama promised to pay you guys every month. All the Premier League people. Yes, Abema monthly sika. Ubetuya Premier League for. We expect that to happen so that we can have more local players take good care of themselves, buy boots, and be able to train for Ghana. We need good black stars now. And John Mahama promised us that. Again, the other day, I think I saw Setepe, the man who will be controlling the money pretty much, telling us that a free education is only limited to day student. And I'm a boy. Inti yani ayoko borders ni yentwam. But just say enti ba me no ton kwadu na oye nanim se adoeba anim. Se gari olonka no ko surunti no okoto aba e de atia aban we no obati aburi onya aburi ni nkobio o de ne beba nkwanta nan early o de ne beba kwa Bibrim Development and Government Studies e ho na ade ne beko obi aba be yi bureaucracy free ho obi aba wa be computer placement to the point where now akolani twankwa there, it doesn't matter the background obi to me akọ school. These people are not even in power yet, and they are telling us that the free education will be limited to the day students. Dear Yawu Mukrane say, the vice president to be Yamame Upukwajiman, or say there are certain schools is supposed to be reserved for the rich and elite in society. Intinya kolebia na esoko prempe, enya kolebia na esoko pukuare, enya kolebia na esoko presek. Say schools ne ye sikafo anyone ye di ade ye emma ne call. They are going to face it, and that is why I said I'm happy. They are going to face it, and that is why I said I'm happy. He also promised finally, say free education no. Say yeah, you should Ghana buffer stock bill. We don't need the government to supply them with food. He would rather give the money to the headmasters to go on the market and buy zomi, baire, crayfish, ikpeyi, tintinla, more, agbelima. So we expect that when he takes over, buffer stock should be left alone. The money is going to be given to the headmasters. Ebio, or say, free education or debano. Well, when you say, I will phone baby that said they want it into the private school bed, so the man who was not willing to spend 2 billion for just government schools is now willing to add all private school. Now, I'm in private school. Now, I bet I'm free education. Me made them a private school. No, I made the private. No, one had me back was a free education. But we expect Mahama to do all of that because those were the things that he promised. I will end here. God willing, I'll see you guys again on Thursday. Right? No, Thursday I'm traveling. So maybe when I get back, Monday, I will be in studio and we'll do again. So once again, NDC, my NDC friends, my NDC enemies, my NDC people, Nini Nano, once again, congratulations to all of you. You ran a campaign that actually stuck, that took all Ghanaians by storm. We thought the lies wouldn't stick. We thought Ghanaians would research and know said they are more canny a throw, but Ghanaians bought into it. Some no kwenti bufu into man kotwaba. What you say? Until now, no, yeah, the BB amamo. The best Ramon say, a dina, Mode Baba, Juma, Master, no, ni police station near the NDS Ramunyai. Ubi anyone, no be pre home. You say more parliament, some more person Ghana for that 6 p.m. You better, because you have the power to effect those change. Don't buy excuse for a lazy president who cannot perform. Think about Ghana first. And I believe, say, if that is how we see it, Unyankopon beboa, Emma Ghana na ye. We MPP ni abompa ya bobi mama mani mfeli this time. Because ufeli ebeka yen. Ufeli ya juma papa ya ye ni na ebe pepa. So pray for him to succeed. As I will be praying for him to succeed. Because that is the only way. The fact that I don't agree with him The fact that I don't like his policies as a government does not mean I should wish bad for my country. As for NDC, that is what they do. If it is not me, SSS say. But for MPP, we are going to show them how to be matured politicians and matured opposition. And where needs be, we'll be correcting them. But all we could say, congratulations, and we wish them well in the next 4 years that is ahead of us. My name again is Felix Apia. Here is Koda Radio. This is Buga Buga Show, and I will end here. Nyame Adomwa, Ebesan share you. Nyame show be here. Bye bye.
Abusian for John Mahama has no reason to complain and has no reason not to perform. The Yankopon ayama Ghana for no. Eyade bia ebema yehu said NDC amanyo kono sitie omosi omo pe presidency omo nsaka omosi omo pe parliament full command omo nsaka sese emet se nanado na mamu a ye de levy ba na ye twiyen ye de free SHS policy ba parliament na NDC for twiyen ye de betting tax ba na NDC for twiyen ene de Yankopon nya adom man NDC for omonsaka power wo man no mu nyina ade papa bi on pese omonya magana for no betumi aye adwe money bia ewo mutim so no betumi aye at the end of 4 years and ye behu what they were able to bring into the lives of Ghanaians. We any nsem bebre na Yewura Felix appear political zone me ankasa madam fo washe that trust na washe she niema no de ba yenko ni nkonkotie. Listen to the words of wisdom. Listen to the intellectual debate about politics. Now tie nsem we nyina we are 2028. It has no option for you to determine who to come and lead you. Abusia yankonkotie Felix appear we are near to us.
John Dramani Mahama, you are not going to use this. And I because I don't know what they are saying for any trim, so that's all. But no one perform Ukraina, you will give him an excuse. John Dramani Mahama, you have no excuse. You have the only person in Ghana, apart from Rollins and Nkrumah, who have been made supreme leaders. That controls everything. So John Dramani Mahama, don't come and use your lazy man's approach to start putting things into people's minds. Say Ghana sign cause all the indicators that shows say on mine it's all pointing positive. Now this time we are not going to buy you a stupid excuse that will make you just go and impregnate girls and bring them to that place. It's not going to work. It is you who said this election is about the economy, stupid. So now the economic indicators are looking positive. We don't want you to come and tell us anything. Before you took the realms of power, before you stood, you knew say this thing was about the economy, stupid. So John Dramani Mahama Excellency, make sure on your first day in office, your first job is the economy, stupid. Nyame ya adom na ya de ya papa Mahama sie konya so boom. First thing we want to know, the first day in office, the betting tax must go, the e-levy must go, and all the taxes are Sami Jemfiye ye nimsa box iron. Ebeka Chair said they are draconian taxes, they have to take all of it away. And if they don't, and I'm going to say that